Do you ever observe the seasons? Do you understand the importance of seasons? Do you know ultimately how they impact in your success or failure in life? I'm going to share that and so much more in today's episode of Going Deeper, so welcome to today's show.
Welcome to today's episode of Going Deeper with John Morris. Join the show that voyages into the deeper subjects of life, from mental and physical health to emotional and spiritual well-being. But that's not all. John also goes even further into more focused areas such as anxiety, depression, weight loss, and fitness. This is the only place to go deeper in your self-discovery journey. Now please welcome Mind, Body, and Soul's very own John Morris.
Hey folks, I am your friendly host as always, John Morris, the coach of the creative mind and psychologist in training. It is wonderful to be here with you to share a simple and wonderful little teaching all about the seasons. Now you may say, well John, I understand the seasons. I look outside and I see what happens in the season. Well, you maybe don't understand the seasons as well as you think that you do. And if you do, wonderful. Hopefully this will be a reminder for you. Do you know there are actually 5 seasons? 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And I always say to people, I was like, can you name them? And they say, well, we've got spring, and we've got summer, and we've got winter, and we've got autumn, obviously in that order. What's the 5th season? The 5th season is time. The season of time. The observation of time. Now, for this little teaching, I want you to grab a pen and paper because it's important to know where you are in life, okay? And you say, well, John, I'm right in my house. No, there's something a little bit more that's going on with that. You are in one of the 4 seasons for sure: spring, summer, autumn, winter, okay? Let's begin, shall we, with winter. Winter's a good time to begin. It's a time where, things start getting sleepy and everything. People love sleep. I know my wife loves sleep. Everyone loves sleep. It's a time where things start winding down and, and everything's happened that's gonna happen, and it's an amazing time. But sleep and sleepy times are also what I call observation times, preparation times. Winter is a preparation time. It is the time where, everything's been harvested and everything's gone and everything's, things start to become bare. What does bare mean? Bare means becoming new. So the trees shed their leaves so they can get new leaves. And, the flowers shed their heads and the buds so they can develop new heads and flowers. And so the new can come. Okay, so winter is a really important time when you see everything being stripped away so the new can come. It's a preparation time. And it's a preparation time for you. It doesn't mean when winter hits that everything stops, but this is sometimes when you conceive your best ideas. It's certainly for me when I conceive my best ideas with regards to the book, the podcast, doing this, going on to further education, building out certain things, building websites and whatever else that we're going to do. It's a preparation time. It's an observation and preparation time. That's what winter is. Spring. Spring is a wonderful time. I love spring. Actually, my favorite seasons of the year are spring, summer, and autumn. I've got to be honest. I know that only leaves winter. I'm not a big fan of winter. It gets cold and not so much damp, but we get big storms up here. So that's not always fun. But spring, spring is exciting. Spring is the time of new life, the new life, okay? So you've had winter where you've been, observing, and where you've been preparing, and where maybe you've been planting some seeds. And spring is the time now. If you look out of our window into the back garden or into the front garden, you see all the flowers starting to grow up. And all the beautiful buds and new flowers and new buds and new tree leaves and new things that are happening. And it's beautiful, it's wonderful. The baby lambs are out and the rabbits are out and about, and they've had a big long sleep. They've prepared, they're doing their thing, and they're about to come out now to start either reaping or starting to see things grow. Spring is a time for all of us of growth. Spring is a time for us where things start to happen, okay, as a result of the observation, as a result of the preparation that we've done. So preparation, observation in winter. Spring is now the time you start to see early success, start to see things happen. It's an amazing time. Now that leads on to summer, where it's blazing hot. Even in Scotland, believe it or not, it's blazing hot. It's amazing. You get the deep colours, the saturated colours of summer. Everybody feels good and it's wonderful and it's powerful. But more importantly, you start to reap a harvest. Because everything that you planted in spring, or everything that you planted in winter that started to grow in spring, is now ready to harvest in summer. And it may harvest 100-fold, 1,000-fold. Whatever you planted in spring and saw in spring and planted in winter, it's going to start to grow. It's going to start to develop. It's already there. It's happening. Things are busy. Things are exciting. Things are like, wow, I can't believe it. It's an amazing time. Summer is a wonderful, wonderful time. It's a time where life is busy. It's a time where life is exciting. There's so much happening. But as you've heard me say before, not only does every good thing come to an end, but every end starts with a beginning. You end summer and begin autumn. And maybe you've got, maybe this is the time now where you reflect. Where you maybe do these 1 or 2 last big harvests. If you're in the world of business, for summertime, the summertime of your business is where everything's busy and it's growing and it's affluent and money is flying in everywhere and you've got so much success that you can swim in it. Same with your school life, same with your college life. You've passed the degrees, you've hit the big exam, you've done really well on the oral test, whatever it might be. Then autumn comes, and it's observing again, it's leading into that time of observation. Autumn never lasts long here, I'll be honest. There are some times that I think we maybe got 2, maybe 3 months, spring, summer, winter. That's why I sometimes get confused with it, because sometimes I say that. But autumn is a time of reflection, but it's also the time where you basically you're tying up loose ends. You're going on and you're preparing to go on into something new. And you might be leaving school and you're going on into work or further education. You might be leaving a job and going on into retirement. You might be going from being someone in just a couple to going on to being a parent or being a grandparent. It's a whole thing of transition. Autumn is one of those times, like I say, where you've got little drips and drabs that are still coming, but the big harvest has happened in summer. Autumn's a time where you can stand and just look and say, wow, it was wonderful. I'm so thankful. Autumn is a gratitude month. I'm so thankful for all that we achieved this year. Wonderful. Now let's start winding, let's start resting. And then when winter comes, it's the time to slow down. You put some new seeds out and you start thinking about the next year to come. And it's really important to know, as we wrap up this show, there is a point to all of this. But it's really important to know which season you are in, not only of your life, but also in your journey. If you're starting a business, for example, you may say, well, John, I'm maybe in the winter season where I'm observing, I'm thinking, how can I build this business? And then in spring, well, the stuff that you've done in winter, maybe building a website, networking, speaking to the right people. Then in spring, you maybe meet with that 1 or 2 people, as I have done, and it starts becoming a reality. And before you know it, it's like, wow, oh my goodness. Little shoots start springing up like this. Do you like this? And then summer, wow. Group coaching takes off, a primary school, an art school takes off. Maybe your music career takes off because of the preparation that you've done in winter and in spring. And then it gets to autumn, and you're like, okay, I finished my first music tour. I finished my first year for teaching or whatever it might be. You settle into things. And then the whole process begins again. But also, it's knowing the stage that you're at in your life as well. Spring is the time when you're an infant, a baby, all the way up to teenage years. That is a spring of your life when you're learning, you're developing, you're building things. Summer is the time when you start making money and you start buying houses and you start having families and all these other amazing things that happen. Not for everybody, of course. Autumn is the time maybe when you become grandparents and you live all of that again. And you're really settled into things now and things are just chugging along and you're just enjoying it as a result of what you've done in spring and summer. And then winter. The winters of your life are maybe where you're a great grandmother or a great grandfather. You finished work. You're enjoying your hobbies. You're doing whatever you want to do. And looking forward to the next great adventure or the next transition that comes after your passing. These are the transitions of life. And when you observe them and know what's going on, you'll be able to see when people say to you, oh, well, this isn't working, John, or that isn't working. You'll be able to say to them, it's okay. I'm in the winter time of this business, or this part of my life, or this part of study, or whatever it is. I mean, I'm in the winter time. But guess what? Summer and spring are right around the corner. And that's something amazing to look forward to. And in your lifetime, if you choose to, you might go around spring and summer. Maybe 4 or 5 times with big things that happen. I was in the world of art for 20 years. Sold paintings all over the world, I still do. Created some of the most beautiful paintings that I imagined in my mind, and I made a reality. Now I'm entering the springtime of study and of the mind and of psychology and helping people in a way that is greater than anything that I ever thought. It is amazing, and who knows what will happen after that. I've got plans. But folks, I hope this really helped you. I know sometimes these are a little bit scattered. Remember, there is nothing scripted here. What is coming out is literally from my spirit that I've tapped into a whole lot of different thoughts, but from my spirit to you. And if you enjoyed this video, as always, please don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. It helps us immensely when you tell other people, because it also helps them. Again, remember the law of transaction. It helps them, hopefully, in their journey as well. And don't forget to check us out this Friday when we've got another special guest. And until then, come and visit us at thebattleswe'llface.com. Check out Katie's blog. I know there's a lot of things going on. If you're interested in life coaching, stay tuned, because there's a video about that. If it's for yourself, for a teenager, or for a creative mind, stay tuned. And I think you'll absolutely love it. We're just enjoying it so much. And until next time, take care, God bless. I've been your host, John Morris, the coach for the creative mind and psychologist in training. And this has been Going Deeper, where we help you go deeper in whatever subject we choose. Have an amazing day, guys. Take care. Do you, your son or daughter, struggle with direction, clarity, and purpose? Maybe you struggle with anxiety. Maybe you struggle with self-esteem or confidence issues. Maybe you've got great ideas, but you've no idea how to get from where you are to where you want to be. Don't worry, you're not alone. People around the world struggle with these issues. Hi there, I'm John Morris. I'm the coach to the creative mind, and I'm also a psychologist in training. For the last 2 decades, I've worked with people from all walks of life and all over the world, all with a wide variety of issues. I've worked with people from youth groups to adult education to people dealing with day-to-day living issues. And each one of them has an amazing story to tell, and we've helped them get clear as to where they are and clear as to where they want to be. And I want to help you too. Unlike a lot of life coaches and therapists that like to drag things on and leave you dangling on the carrot, I want to make sure that each and every single time that we meet and have a life coaching session together, that you never ever leave saying, man, that was a waste of time, or I didn't get the value that I desired. I am committed to making sure that each and every single time we meet, you are one step closer by the time we finish to a goal that you have in mind. So why should you work with me? Well, let me tell you, as I said, I'm committed to making sure that I provide value, that I provide something that's step by step and easy to follow. I'm also a fantastic listener. I've been blessed with the gift of listening, and I love to listen to people, their stories, their dreams, their desires, because there's nothing more energetic and passionate to me than when a client gets their first desire, or they get that goal, or they hit that big target, or whatever it might be. And also, as the trifecta, I'm committed to you, to helping you take action. So whether or not it be deciding on the university you want to go to, deciding on the course that you want to be at, helping you get excited and passionate about your work environment, whatever it might be, I am committed to helping that happen. I'm also committed, if you need to shed some pounds, if you need to gain some muscle mass, if you need to, I don't know, develop your self-esteem, I'm committed to helping you take action and following a step-by-step plan of action that we can put together. But now, folks, I want to tell you about the early bird special offer that we are launching right now. It is for 10 people and 10 people alone. That's right, if you are interested in having life coaching sessions with me one-on-one, 10 people have the opportunity to do that, and we're looking to help these people change their lives completely. We take ages 14 and upwards, so if you're interested in learning how to get from where you are to where you want to be, to really develop that passion, to live a life that you enjoy as opposed to a life that you wake up and think, how to develop and change your mindset from maybe a negative one to a positive one, understanding what fuels your mindset and understanding what creates the kind of life that you want to live, then get in touch with me today. I would love to hear from you. As I say, this is open only for 10 people, and once it's done, it's done. So click that box below, get in touch, let's have a conversation backwards and forwards and see if we're a fit for each other, and I look forward to working with you. Have an amazing day, folks. Take care, God bless, and I will see you soon.